Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. What we bring is the 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son, perspectives, ideology, and wisdom. Letter 15, cooperation is a tactic in shopping malls. Dear John, your and Mr. Morgan's hands are finally joined. It was the greatest handshake in American economic history. I believe future generations will surely remember this great moment generously. As the Wall Street Journal puts it, it marks a ship owned by a Wall Street tycoon and an oil tycoon, a jointly built super battleship, already sailed. It will be unstoppable, unsinkable. John, do you know what this is called? This is the power of cooperation. Cooperation in the eyes of those who are arrogant. He may be a weak or shameful thing, but in my opinion, cooperation is always a smart choice. The premise is that it must be beneficial to me. Now I really want you to know the fact. For the great things I have accomplished today, I would like to attribute this to the support of three major forces. The first strength comes from acting according to the rules. It allows businesses to continue operating. The second force comes from ruthless competition. It will make every competition more perfect. The third force comes from cooperation. It allows me to benefit from cooperation. Gain benefits. The reason why I can run ahead of my competitors, it's because I'm good at taking shortcuts. Cooperation with others. At every stop on my wealth creation journey, you can see the cooperation signboards. Because from the day I set foot in society, I knew it. At any time, any place. As long as there is competition, no one can fight alone. Unless he wants to die. Smart people connect with others, including competitors, to form cooperative relationships. Leverage the strength of others to survive or become stronger. Certainly, I can make an assumption if we don't go with Mr. Morgan joins forces. This hypothesis is likely to become a reality. It is very likely that both of us will fight to the death, and our opponent, Mr. Carnegie, will take advantage of it. Put him in the steel industry. Always continue to be outstanding. But now, Mr. Carnegie must be beating his chest. Think about it. Who will do this when their opponents are encroaching on their territory? How can I still be calm and composed? Unless he is a dead man lying in a grave. Cooperation can suppress opponents or knock them out of the game. The purpose of making strides towards your goals be realized. In other words, cooperation is not necessarily the pursuit of victory. Regrettably, only a few people understand the mystery. But cooperation is not the same as friendship, love, and marriage. The purpose of cooperation is not to manage emotions. Instead, talk about benefits and benefits. We should know success depends on the support and cooperation of others. Our ideal. There is a gap between ourselves and ourselves. To cross this gap, must rely on the support and cooperation of others. Certainly, I would never turn down a friendship with a business partner. I believe in friendships built in business. Far better than a business based on friendship. For example, my collaboration with Mr. Henry Flagler. Henry is my forever best friend and best assistant. I'm allied with him. He gave me more than just investment. More of wisdom and spiritual support. Henry is like me. Never complacent, and ambitious. It is his dream to become a master in the oil industry. Until now, I still remember when we started working together. At that time, apart from eating and sleeping, we are almost inseparable. We go to and from get off work together, think together, make plans together, motivate each other, mutual determination. That time was like a honeymoon. This is a memory that will always make me happy. Now decades have passed. We are still as close as brothers. I won't sell this emotion no matter how much money I pay. That's why I keep asking you to call him Uncle Henry. And don't call him Mr. Henry. I never try to buy or sell friendship, because friendship cannot be bought with money. Behind friendship, we need the support of true love. The reason why Henry and I cooperated without regrets. And eternal friendship. It's not just that we are colluders in pursuit of profit. More importantly, we are all self-disciplined people. We all know how you want others to treat you. Treat others the way you want. And the value of starting from now. Do what one does not want one to do. It is my code of conduct not to do anything to others. It's also my wise attitude towards cooperation. So, I never bully a weak opponent. I'd rather have a heart-to-heart talk with them. I don't want to show off in a domineering manner either, to convince them. Otherwise, I will ruin our cooperation. Stop the target midway. Of course, you meet arrogant and rude people. There are times when I always want to humiliate him. For example, I once taught owner of the New York Central Railroad, Mr. Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was born into a noble family. Served in the Civil War. Siang has the title of general. But he took the honor he received on the battlefield as the most important capital in his life, and thinks that it holds the power of transportation. You can treat us as day laborers. Once Henry came to him to talk about transportation. But who knows? This arrogant guy actually said that young people, you want to talk to me? Your military rank seems to be lower. Henry had never been so insulted. But at that moment, a good upbringing helped him. He didn't lose his temper. But back to the office. His beautiful one. The pen holders suffered a disaster. He threw him to pieces. I quickly comforted him, Henry. Forget what that bastard said. I will definitely recover your dignity for you. Later. Vanderbilt is anxious to do business with us. Please invite us to negotiate with him. I sent someone to tell him that it was okay. But you have to come to our office to talk. Result. This general who is used to being fawned over. He can only condescend to meet a young man who is more than 40 years younger than him. At the same time, we have to submit to the conditions proposed by the two young people. I want that moment. General Bilt must have understood this truth. When climbing up, be kind to others, because you'll run into them when you're going downhill. I hate treating others rudely. Know how to treat subordinates and colleagues with patience and gentleness. The value is conducive to achieving the goal. I know money can buy talent, but it won't buy people's hearts. But if you show respect when paying, I will let them serve me wholeheartedly. This is what I can build. The success of an efficient management team. But I don't want it to lead to wrong judgments. Believe that cooperation means being a good person. Failure to cooperate is not a matter of being a good person. It's a question of benefits and interests. No alliance lasts forever. Cooperation is just a profit tactic. When the environment changes, tactics will change. Otherwise, you lose. Reality is harsh. You have to be tougher. But obviously, you also have to be a good person. John. The essence of life is struggle and competition. They are exciting. But when they develop into conflict, often destructive and destructive, factual cooperation can resolve. Love you, Father. Thanks for listening to Dark Psychology World Channel. We will continue to bring you in the next issue. 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son.